ESPN2.
You're going down today.
It's gonna hurt. Hey, how about we come over there with some ice-cold Coronas and you share some of that barbecue?
That sounds lovely.
Let's come meet the neighbors. Starving. You guys cool with ribs?
I'm pro-choice, and I vote that way. I'm also a mother, and I vote that way too. And as a mom, I'm against Amendment 4. Amendment 4 overturns Florida's parental consent law, so a teenager can receive an abortion without a parent's permission. I believe in a woman's right to choose. I also believe in a mother's right to parent. That's why I'm voting no on Amendment 4.
Wing of bat and foot of crow, eagle's egg and seagull's toe, bits of wasp and ooze of fly, soon I too can take to the sky.
Mom, are you still busy cooking?
Well, you're welcome to come and help me a bit, Freya.
Mom, there's no helping you anymore. Don't you know? Red Bull gives you wings.
The chicken tender battles have just begun!
11 herbs and spices.
How many?
11.
That's right.
Introducing KFC's original recipe tenders made with 11 herbs and spices. Get 3 tenders, fries, and comeback sauce for just $5.
Why has America accepted the wait for payday? When life doesn't wait for you to get paid. Introducing My Pay from Chime. A revolutionary new way of getting your pay when you want. Get up to $500 of your pay before payday. No interest, no credit check, no mandatory fees. When any day is payday, it's a good day. Get paid when you say with My Pay. Get started at Chime.com.
I'm a dog. I may not have 9 lives, but I sure live like I do. Thankfully, with my Spot Pet Insurance Plan, my owners get up to 90% cash back on covered vet bills. They also got it for the new guy here. Good boys like us rack up some bad vet bills, but Spot plans help my owners focus on our care, not the cost. It's no wonder Spot is America's most loved pet insurance. Play with them now, new guy. You're gonna miss them. Choose Spot for affordable pet plan options you both will love.
So Malik Murphy's in the transfer portal, and he gets a text message from a number he doesn't have saved on his phone with this picture when he was a camper as a 7th or 8th grader. The text was from Manny Diaz, and it said, "Time flies. This is Manny Diaz at Duke." And that's how Malik Murphy ended up here in Durham out of the portal. His Blue Devils have the lead, and it's Star Thomas on the ground with poor field position. And that was the "you up" text from Manny Diaz.
It says, "Hey, you." And look, I understand that Malik Murphy was one of the sought-after quarterbacks in the portal, but coming to Duke has been, I think, everything he probably would have dreamed of, because this is a program about winning now. We know about Duke and its basketball powerhouse. We know about that. But now football has been consistent. This is a program now with 49 new players this year playing at their absolute best.
Murphy to the outside for Jordan Moore. And Jordan Moore's got a first down with his first catch of the ball game. Manny Diaz told us it was really big to land Malik Murphy for the fan base and for the players in the locker room as well, because Mike Elko had left and Riley Leonard left to go to Notre Dame.
That's a big name quarterback. You get a quarterback that started at Texas. I know it was just a couple of games because Quinn Ewers were there, but he's still a big name. He's got the stars behind him from high school. So he's still a fairly young quarterback, still growing, still developing. But I like what I've seen from him so far this season.
Star Thomas gets to the edge. There is a flag down as Thomas gets run out by Fentrell Cypress near the 40.
I think they're going to get the tight end, Jake Taylor, number 15. He was right at the point of attack, and that left hand looked to be on the shoulder pad, holding on too long.
Holding. Offense, number 15. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Redshirt sophomore.
Yeah, just watch the left side of the screen. He gets in there initially. He's got his hands on the outside. If he lets him go, he's fine. But see how he holds on to the left shoulder pad? That's right there in front of the officials. But more importantly, it's at the point of attack of where the run was able to get to the outside.
Wipes out 23, which would have been Duke's biggest gain offensively. Unable to get any traction going offensively. 17 of their 20 points have come off of turnovers.
Well, man, all they had was the trick play, but they had 2 quarterbacks on the field. Other than that, it's just been an offense that has not had a chance to put together a really solid drive.
Backed up to the 9. Screen. Quayshawn Brown. All the way out to the 25. Pat Payton tried to punch it out, but Brown hung on to it after 14.
Yeah, it's a solid play call, but what does it do? It gets them right back on the line of scrimmage. They haven't played with much tempo throughout the game. That big play now maybe has Florida State defensively on its heels.
Peyton Jones right into the car wash of Marvin Jones. And Johnny Brewer, the offensive coordinator, had said to us, look, they have 4 NFL draft picks. Right. Florida State, he said, on their defensive line. Said it's the best defensive front we've seen. And so he said we can neutralize talent with tempo. And yet, leading for much of this game, they haven't shown it.
Yeah, they haven't, because you got to also, you're going fast, but you got to make sure you know where these guys are at along that defensive front. Because you mentioned it, Mike, there's 21 scouts from bowl games, NFL teams, a lot of NFL talent on that Florida State defense.
3rd and 3, and they're putting it in the arm of Murphy, incomplete for Taylor across the middle.
There's just nowhere to go. So sometimes you say, what is the quarterback looking at? You tell me, where does he go with the football? Everybody's covered. This is good coverage in the back end, and you've got a rush that's bearing down. So Malik Murphy realizes, I've got to get rid of that football right now, because he knows he's probably going to get sacked. That's another one of those coverage plays again from this Florida State defense.
Cade Reynoldson eventually gets it away. Low kick that will spin to a rest outside the 25. The next stop on the F1 schedule is the U.S. Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, Sunday afternoon, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ABC and on the ESPN app. Our pre-race coverage starts at 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific. And how about Austin? The Austin airport says they're expecting 40,000 departing visitors on Monday because you got the F1 and the football.
Now, do you think there's a hotel available right now in Austin? A hotel room possibly available?
$500 on average a night. And by the way, look who's back in at quarterback for Florida State, Brock Glenn. Don told you that Mike Norvell said you might see both quarterbacks for Florida State in the second half. 3 turnovers his last 3 plays, and he gets this one away to Lawrence Toafili, who creates something out of nothing.
Nice job there. You mentioned Toafili, but Brock Glenn improvising a little bit, right? Gets out of the pocket, little flick of the wrist, use the righty, gets out there. And Toafili, we haven't seen him at all throughout the game. He's been the best offensive player for Florida State. They got to get him more involved in this second half.
Florida State's first down of the second half comes 14 minutes in, and here's Toafili again into the arms of Mike Reese after just the yard. Do you like playing both quarterbacks?
Well, I think, just be honest, Luke Kroenhawk hasn't played at all. Today's his first game, and he's playing like a true freshman. At least the guy who you know, Brock Glenn, who took you last year, right, in a conference championship game, in a bowl game, an Orange Bowl, and then also to start this season, he's taken the second team reps and then started a football game. So you go with the most experience that you've got right now.
Glenn eluding Alex Howard to the edge. First down, Brock Glenn on the late pull.
That was a nice read there by Glenn. Very nice read. He held on to that fake as long as he could. Forces the defensive end on the right side to just kind of commit. And once he committed, that does a nice job getting to the outside. He got Alex Howard to get all the way deep into the line of scrimmage.
17 yards for Brock Glenn. Back
That is
into
the end of the
ball game
first
for
quarter.
Florida State.
Third quarter.
Headed to the fourth. Yes, the fourth. In Durham when we come back.
If you have generalized myasthenia gravis, picture what life could look like with Vyvgart Hytrulo, a subcutaneous injection that takes about 30 to 90 seconds. For one thing, could it mean more time for you? Vyvgart Hytrulo can improve daily abilities and reduce muscle weakness with a treatment plan that's personalized to you. Do not use Vyvgart Hytrulo if you have a serious allergy to any of its ingredients. It can cause serious allergic reactions like trouble breathing and decrease in blood pressure, leading to fainting and allergic reactions such as rashes, swelling under the skin, shortness of breath, and hives. The most common side effects are respiratory and urinary tract infections, headache, and injection site reactions. It may increase the risk of infusion-related reactions and infection. Tell your doctor if you have a history of infections or symptoms of an infection. Talk to your neurologist about Vyvgart Hytrulo for GMG and picture your life in motion.
Introducing the Wendy's Krabby Patty Collab Burger. It has fresh, never frozen beef that's, wait for it, square. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And I'm ready. For the Krabby Patty Collab meal you're craving, gotta be Wendy's.
Harlem has everything, but I couldn't find Pilates anywhere. So I started my own studio. And with the right help, I can make this place I love even better.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business.
Behold, Jimmy John's new smoked cheddar bourbon club. Taste. With premium roasted meats. Exquisite. And smooth bourbon sauce. Top shelf. It's almost as classy as knowing a British person or eating a bourbon club off fine china. For a limited time at Jimmy John's.
That's new. Join me, my friend. What are you doing? We are living la vida loca. Oh, do you mean la dolce vita? Is this your idea?
Enjoy the intense flavor of Lavazza Dolce Vita.
Oh, grazie. Is this Las Vegas? Venice. I'm confused. That is good.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection. Following you along everywhere you go. Making every moment special. Even more surprising than your last. And bringing you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day. Now you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. Why would you stay anywhere else?
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Ow, what a hit. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might tank your season. But get Allstate. Save money on auto insurance and be protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
Oh, hello, Bling Bling.
Hey.
I thought you just went to look.
I know, but I look good.
Yeah, you look good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Coach, you're seeing 2 different quarterbacks in this half. How do you think your defense has responded to them?
They've done well. I mean, they still kept them out of the end zone. Unfortunately, we had a special teams mistake. But now it's about finish, right? We've got the lead. They've got the ball. We've got to do a better job of playing the quarterback run game and continue to rally the football and put them in obvious passing situations.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Don in what has turned into a rock fight throughout this one at Wallace Wade Stadium. Manny Diaz's Duke team is 5-1 overall and 1-1 in the ACC against 1-5 Florida State. Going back to the original QB1 tonight, Brock Glenn. Into Duke territory. Glenn fires a dart, and it's Ja'Kai Douglas for a first down.
Oh, I love the formation there, Mike. They went unbalanced formation. The tight end was covered, yet he goes out and kind of blocks and sails a screenplay, but they threw the inside throw. It was a nice little trickeration there from Florida State.
19 to Ja'Kai Douglas, the fifth-year senior leading receiver, having the best season of his career. Davis slipped away, and Cam Davis rumbles. 10-yard pickup for the true freshman.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. Trey Freeman misses a tackle, and it's the tackle right at the line of scrimmage, and maybe a little face mask they missed there. It looked like 91 Kendi Charles got a little bit of the face mask and bringing him down to the ground.
Yeah, that's a miss on Kendi Charles. Could have been even more at the end of that for Cam Davis, who gets a breather here with Lawrence Toafili back in the game.
Showing a different picture, showed safety blitz. Now bringing it from the opposite side.
And it's a delay of game on Florida State. There's so much of the chess match, but it costs them.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Remember Brock Glenn told us this week that Duke pre-snap wants to mess with my eyes. Well, he was so focused on dealing with it there, he gets hit with the delay of game.
Yeah, this is what they do. They show you one thing and make you get your offensive line set to blocking one way. It was Day Stone showing the blitz up top, and just look at in the back end. Watch that back end of Duke. The moving parts.
Stone and Rivers aligning, and Glenn zipping into coverage. That was dangerous and almost picked by Kimari Robinson.
Kimari Robinson had an interception. He did. He believed it, and that's why he's probably kicking himself saying, I had it. Just a beat quicker, and he's right in front of Williams. See, he saw it. He just couldn't get his head in front, the hands in front. He was all over that play.
That's Glenn and Williams, a couple guys who've spent a long time as roommates, but not totally on the same page there. They set up the screen. Great catch, Toafili, turning upfield, and a flag down as VJ Anthony came to get him from behind, going for the football.
Yeah, because Jaylen Brown, the wide receiver, right there on the sideline, that's a block in the back. That's why it's multiple flags, not one. I see 2 or 3 flags on the ground. Number 6, Jaylen Brown, with a block in the back right there in front of the official.
And more frustration from Mike Norvell.
Watch on the right side of your screen. Number 6 comes out of nowhere. That's blocking the back all day at the point of attack.
Right in the face of the official and the head coach, Mike Norvell.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 6. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
There's a balance, right? You're trying to make a play. Coaches always stress that perimeter blocking.
It's a redshirt freshman, hasn't had many opportunities, only 8 catches on the year, so trying to make something happen for his running back cost his team some yards.
You're in field goal range with second down and 25. Out of the backfield, Toafili could not escape Kimari Robinson.
And then here comes the dime package for Duke. So they bring in their cover guys, their rushers, and then Florida State comes and brings in their best wide receivers.
And look at this guy.
I don't know what he's calling.
What's he calling on 3rd and 27?
It looks like the All-Star Special at Waffle House.
I think it is a Waffle House menu.
That's a Waffle House menu. He's trying to call something up. He's trying to get a call here on 3rd down. In 27.
Give that guy the Broyles Award already. Play clock winding down again on Glenn. They give it to him. He steps up, takes off. Brock Glenn bumped out at the 20. Will make it a sure thing for Ryan Fitzgerald.
That's a positive play. That's all you can do in that situation. It's 3rd and 27. You're not going to get a first down unless it's a penalty defensively. So you get as many yards as you can, and you hope to get a field goal opportunity that's a little bit better chances than you would have if you didn't get any yards on 3rd down.
This is Florida State's first time even entering the red zone since the opening drive of the game. 38 for Ryan Fitzgerald. And the always reliable kicker, puts it through. So it's down to a 4-point Duke lead early on in the fourth. Give me the omelet.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza emergency. So you'll have an emergency pizza. A free pizza? Here you go.
Thank you.
When you need it most.
There's only one play. Go for dose. Let's roll some tape. 2 seats in an okay position, but the front row would be a huge score. Watch the Dos Equis vendor screen the usher's view to spring the big play. That's how you...
Meet Ron. Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes hoops.
Us? Not us.
And there's not a no-look pass, double-double, or a buzzer beater he won't wax poetic on, ad nauseum. But oh, how he can nail a software solution like the best high-screen pick-and-roll you've ever seen. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with Principal so we can help you help Ron with a retirement and benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
Under liberal border czar Kamala Harris, illegal aliens are pouring into our country, including murderers, rapists, and even terrorists. Instead of paying for their crimes and receiving justice, Kamala will give criminal illegal aliens taxpayer-funded transgender surgeries.
Surgery.
For prisoners.
For prisoners. Every transgender inmate would have access.
Crazy liberal Kamala's for they, them. President Trump is for you. Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
More MNF means it's time to go full Harbaugh. First, we got Ravens Bucks. Then, Bolts Cards in the first Monday Night Football game exclusively on ESPN+. Who's got it better than me? Nobody!
From the moment they join your family, you'll do everything possible to care for your best friend. Spot Pet Insurance helps pet parents focus on the moments that matter and worry less about unexpected vet bills. With plans that can cover up to 90% of eligible vet visits, Spot Pet Insurance has you covered from puppyhood and beyond. Your best friend makes every moment special. Spot is here to help ensure you'll have a lifetime of moments to celebrate together. Visit spotpet.com to get a free quote today.
I'm not alone on this mountain. I've got friends, family, and teammates. Got some doubters, too. That's okay. Don't let the world tell you who you are.
Back here at Duke, and we've got decisions, we've got options here. Think about it. We can probably go burger here, but maybe the chicken sandwich. Also the Texas toast cheesesteak. But you got to remember, you got a free hitter right here and maybe some hash browns. Do you go chili when it's only 51 degrees left right now? You got to maybe an iced tea. Here's everything that you probably need here, but you got to make sure you know what's on the mind when you get there. You got to be ready to order. Oh, Kirk. That's the good stuff.
Look at this guy. There he is. This guy's trying to will a program back into the football game with one menu.
It matters. It matters to him.
He's not a QR code guy.
See, it matters to him. And if you're on that sideline as a Seminole, you look in the stands and you see this guy it's chilly right now. It's about 50 degrees, and he's all in.
I mean, he's ready also to play Xbox at a moment's notice online.
He's ready to roll. Look at him. He's winded because he's ready. He's cheering his guys on. It's just a 4-point lead for Duke right now. He realizes this is an important point in the game right now. If this defense can get another stop, they got a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, Duke by 4 early on in the fourth. Malik Murphy, shot downfield, look out. It's intercepted, but flags all over the place as Shaheem Brown picked it off and likely is on Ashlyn Barker, the DB.
You're 100% correct, Mike. It was the defensive back, Barker. There was a little double move, and Barker had the...
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 27. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And honestly, that was maybe like the first time we've seen Malik Murphy push the ball down the field. It was well covered by Florida State and their safeties in the back end, but Barker, right before that part of the play, he had a nice grab of that jersey of Panko.
And again, it's a big part of Duke's offense. Murphy taking a lot of shots downfield. Adam Fuller was ready for it all week. Star Thomas with a lane. Star Thomas breaks a tackle and takes it to the doorstep of the red zone. Duke's biggest play tonight from Star Thomas for 44.
I got to give credit to everybody. It's the offensive line. Just watching everybody. They got a couple of double teams going, and you get in right behind the center, Matt Craycraft. And that's where the big game happens. Star Thomas doesn't need much, but when he gets to that second level, he's so hard to bring down. 6 foot, 210-pound graduate senior.
He had only gone 17 times for 38 yards on the ground before that. The guy who has stepped up and gone for 100 plus, and 3 of his last 4 coming in with the Jacquez Moore injury. Play clock winding down on Malik Murphy. Handled the low snap. Thomas into the teeth of the Noles defense for no gain. You've been really impressed by Florida State's defense. And they tighten up here and force a field goal or better.
Yeah, there's just no quitting these guys. Things that just have not been going their way at all. But if you look at them, they have really cleaned up the penalties in the second half. And I'm talking about the pre-snap penalties. They've been in their gaps doing what they're supposed to do. They've made it tough all night long for Duke offensively.
Peyton Jones this time, trying to bounce it outside, and Ventrell Cypress makes another sturdy play, and it's for a loss of 1.
You see all those Noles by the ball? Just count the gold helmets and white jerseys at the football. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're having a meeting at the end of every play on the ball carrier. And that's an outstanding job of a group of guys playing hard all the way to the end.
Adam Fuller's defense has done its part, keeping Duke below 200 yards of total offense.
And this should be a handoff.
Easily in field goal range. They're throwing with Murphy toward the end zone. Incomplete for Eli Panko. Kevin Knowles in coverage, and some risk to the call from Duke.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's dangerous because let's just play the game. Okay, again, what do we see again, Mike? What? Left hand, right there, knocking the ball away. These defenders have done a terrific job, corners and safeties, of playing the ball when it's in the air. I don't know if I would have put my quarterback, Malik Murphy, in that situation, the way they played in that back end. Maybe hand the ball off, pop one on 3rd and long, but at least give you a better chance at a much shorter field goal.
Todd Polino, the experienced junior, comes out from 40. Reynolds in the hole. Polino's kick is good. Tucks it inside the upright, and the lead's restored to 7 for Duke.
When the fentanyl crisis hit, Attorney General Josh Stein got to work.
Josh has been a leader working with Republicans to tackle the fentanyl crisis.
Josh is fighting to stop fentanyl from coming to North Carolina.
Stein successfully pushed the federal government to deploy fentanyl scanners at the border.
Strengthening border security, cracking down on drug traffickers, and giving law enforcement more tools to get fentanyl off our streets. That's how we build a safer, stronger North Carolina.
Pause for the facts. Classic first-timers. They don't know that nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident. But Carfax shows how accidents impact price, so they don't have to overpay. Unpause.
Ooh, almost no accidents.
Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
While you were away, there were some developments. Lots and lots of developments. Fortunately, you live in a world where DoorDash can come to your rescue. Your door to a peaceful home. Your door to more. DoorDash.
On a Longing, Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, what are you doing here? Texting another conference now.
Yeah, but it's like on the other side of the country. It's
really, really far.
But you're not even on our schedule this season.
Maybe we can meet you in the playoffs.
That's crazy talk.
You know what else is crazy? Getting all that Dr. Pepper flavor with 0 sugar.
But Dr. Pepper doesn't have a questionable secondary like Tech does.
Here, catch!
And that's why you're a mascot.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Batten the hatches. For the toughest, most impenetrable, least vulnerable, but mostly invincible pair of pants 2 legs have ever known. Introducing Duluth Flex Fire Hose HD. Go epically tough on your leg stuff. Only at Duluth Trading.
ESPN's Primetime College Football is presented by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
This is what the world looked like back in 1992, the first time these programs met. This is what we all look like too.
Yeah, look at that. I see you 5'8". I see you 58.
And I was just a glimmer in my parents' eye.
Look at that. Look at that chin strap.
Dude, what is with your face mask?
Monica,
Hey, can we get you a neck roll?
I need a neck. Look at that. I see you, Don.
Is Don modeling? That's awesome.
And the embryo of Mike Monaco. There we go. 92. Look at that.
Oh, man. That's good stuff.
This is great stuff, man.
First time these programs met, Florida State has won all 22 meetings. Keziah Holmes scooped up the return past the 30. So 22-0, Florida State's record against Duke. Only one of the games has been single digits. We got a late flag that came in as well on the far side of the field. You see this, it's the most wins without a loss by one current power conference team against another, going back to the 1930s. But Duke's got the lead, trying to change that.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 48 of the receiving team, 15-yard penalty. It'll be first down, Florida State.
That's Jackson West, who is a very experienced tight end. It'll come in here at the top of your screen. And this is another costly penalty from a veteran on this Florida State team.
You see 48 right there. It was late, but they saw it right there on officials. He got caught. That's what happens. They usually wait till the second man through, but I get it. You're playing to the whistle, but can't always be to the echo of the whistle.
That one a little more borderline.
A little more, especially right there on the white too. You know, on the sideline. You got to be able to know where you're at.
So it backs up Florida State to its 17. Still Brock Glenn at quarterback. Glenn did not see Ryan Smith.
I think that's an easy way of putting it. He didn't see Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith did his job by going up the field, forcing the quarterback to step up, and there's just nowhere to go. Either you got to make your mind up and take off and run, but trying to extend the play with this defensive front, it's just been virtually impossible.
Fourth sack for Jonathan Packey's Duke defense, top 10 in the country now. Time for Glenn. Across the middle, he's got Hakeem Williams. And Williams has enough for a first down.
Yeah, I thought Hakeem took him, he had to catch it twice almost with that window open late. Watch how long it takes for that window. He goes through his progressions, does Brock Glenn, and he finds it. And Hakeem Williams didn't catch it cleanly, but he was able to haul it in. I think that Williams has to realize, focus on the catch first and then protect yourself. He seems to look at the defenders around him and not focus on catching the football first.
Sophomore, former top 30 recruit in the country. His second catch tonight. Midway through the fourth in Durham. Lawrence Toa-Philly up the middle.
If you're Florida State offensively, Mike Norvell is telling his guys, let's let our best drive be right here. Okay, you haven't had the best of drives throughout the game, but how about put the perfect drive, the best drive right here?
Toafili again, squirms up the middle. First down, Bergeron to stop, but not before 11 for the veteran running back. So Brock Glenn, if you're just joining us, was the starter in this game. Second consecutive start this season for the injured DJ Uiagalelei, and the fourth of Glenn's career. But he had turnovers on 3 straight plays in the first half. So they went to the third-string quarterback, Luke Kromenhoek, only for Glenn to return here in the second half. Glenn on the slant. Kentron Portier inside the 40. Comes back from his drop earlier to pick up 17.
Yeah, and you like the confidence that you're seeing from Brock Glenn on his drive. He's seeing the football field a little more clearer right now, but also it's been the runs by Toafili that's brought those linebackers up inside the line of scrimmage that opened up an easy window for Glenn to get the ball through.
Inside of 6 to go here in the fourth.
It's an extra defender coming down to the box.
Stinson ready to blitz. They run away from it with Davis. Upfield just outside the 30. Ball came out at the end of it. Darius Washington could not jump on it.
Running on the field, the fumble. Recovered by Duke.
I didn't see it.
Preston Watson, the takeaway.
Watson gets the takeaway. Okay? But I think it was 45. Ozzie Nicholas rushing to the football again, making the play late.
Cam Davis is down after what for now is another Florida State turnover. 3 turnovers in the first half. Ozzie Nicholas was in the middle of 2 of them. He's in the mix there, and then the true freshman Preston Watson fell on it. Duke, a massive takeaway from the Noles.
Look at that Wendy's breakfast burrito. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, sausage. Gotta hand it to the tortilla. That sucker's holding on for dear life. Get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
This is your sign to do dinner at Cracker Barrel and dig into an irresistible shepherd's pie with crispy hash brown casserole on top. Or make your hash brown casserole a little more breakfasty. So get the crew together and come on in.
Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, huh?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Homie takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
Dan Bishop is running for Attorney General.
I'm a big fan of Mark Robinson. I endorsed him out of the gate.
For me, there's no compromise on abortion.
And I want to be part of Mark Robinson's new majority.
It's not your body anymore.
It's essential to have Mark Robinson with a sidekick.
Because you aren't responsible enough to keep your skirt down.
And I endorse his candidacy with everything I've got.
Sidekick Dan Bishop shouldn't be Attorney General.
We're not going to win a game all season.
Yeah, but at least we're not going to lose a tailgate all season.
How do you lose a tailgate?
You don't?
Yes, that energy, undefeated.
We literally can't lose.
To an undefeated season.
Undefeated season.
With Fairlife Ultra Filtered Milk,
you'll want to savor every moment. With 50% more protein, 50% less sugar, and of course, it's delicious. Fairlife.
An SEC Saturday that could define the season.
There's so much at stake here.
Playoff chances hanging in the balance.
Stars have to play like stars.
An epic SEC on ABC doubleheader. Saturday starting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern.
NBA opening week next Wednesday and continues Friday on ESPN.
Florida State was driving down by 7 when Christian Rory, a 6th-year senior backup defensive tackle with 16 snaps all season, did this. Comes in with a pursuit and forces the fumble. Gets it back for Duke as Star Thomas goes for 3, and Preston Watson picked it up. Cam Davis got hurt, had to be helped off the field as well.
Hey, here comes Big 96 on the left side of your screen, comes in and just gets that right paw and gets it right on the football. That ball's knocked out. There was an opportunity to get it. It's right there laying on the ground. But again, all the blue shirts around. Oh yeah, show him on the iPad. There you go, show the pad. Hey, you see me? You see what I'm doing? See, he letting all his boys know.
A kid who
make a play.
Started out at Duke, transferred away to Texas State, transferred back to Duke this year. Comes up with a massive play for the Blue Devils. Thomas will now try to soak this thing for Duke. Up by 7, getting late in the 4th.
And it starts to feel like it's getting ready for the 9th inning. Bring in the closer. We saw a couple weeks ago Star Thomas kind of take over a game, especially when you get under 5 minutes. He's the closer for Duke offensively. But could this also be an opportunity here for Malik Murphy to take off and utilize his legs a little bit? Everybody's going to key in on Thomas. Could this be an opportunity for Malik Murphy to pull one and go around the edge?
They've been wanting him to do that more. He hasn't run at all tonight. 3rd and 4. Instead, Star Thomas to the edge, has enough. Down the sideline with a cutback and a flag down. Thomas all the way across the field and finally ducks down at the 37. We'll check the marker.
I think this one's coming back.
Holding, offense, number 71, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
It's Caleb Krings, number 71. You know, one of those seniors, just watch him. He's right here on the pool. And he's the guy, right at the point of attack. It wasn't much, and I still don't know if that's one I would have thrown the flag on, Mike. It just didn't seem like it rose to the level that that player was going to get to the football.
That guy definitely would have thrown the flag. The last they did on Caleb Krings, the transfer from FCS Elon, so it wipes out 26 from Star Thomas. 3rd down and 14, and you're backed up to your 27. Screen, nowhere to go. Edwin Joseph read it well on Samir Hagans, and the Noles, backed by that penalty, force a punt.
Yeah, I think everybody here at Wallace Wade Stadium knew a screen pass was coming. And it's one that also keeps the clock moving. Let's remember, we start to get under 3 minutes, only 2 timeouts left for Florida State. So it's one of those plays you understand why they do it. But this defense has done their job, and they've given their offense one more opportunity.
Tick under 3 minutes to go. A couple of timeouts at the disposal of Mike Norvell, and the Noles are geared up looking for a block on Cade Reynoldson, who handled the low snap, got it away, a wobbly one. Goes out of bounds at the 41. Time now for our drive recap, presented by Rain-X, and the Noles were on the move before the fumble.
Yeah, they were. They were driving, and you saw the confidence of Brock Glenn as he delivered the football, had some windows opened up. You get a couple nice runs by Toa Feely. You get Cam Davis going as well, and you start to feel confident. You got some things going, and boom, there goes the fumble. Christian Rory knocks the ball out. And the ball goes back to Duke and thwarts any opportunity for Florida State to get points on the best drive that they had in the second half.
And Cam Davis went into the tent, so you presume it's going to be all Lawrence Toafili. 2:43 for Brock Glenn. Toafili stacked up by Kendi Charles again, making an impact.
You know, it's funny, we've been talking about the Florida State defensive line all game, right? All the NFL talent on Florida State. These dudes from Duke, they've said, hey, I know you're probably here to see the Florida State guys, but we feel like we're on that same level. They have been harassing these quarterbacks of Florida State all night long.
Second out at 12. Glenn, nowhere to go. Aaron Hall gets to him for a loss. Third down.
Yeah, I think this defensive line, they know obvious passing situations. So they're running their best moves. Quarterback leaning up, trying to find, there's just nothing there. Here comes Mr. Hall with the sack.
What's wrong?
My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying because of that other card?
No.
There's no crying in baseball. Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. And you know why? There's no crying with the Venture Card. What's in your wallet? Let's play ball!
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Whoa! Touchdown, yeah! And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Domino's now has new 5-cheese mac and cheese. It's oven-baked, hot, and melty. But if you want to crank up the heat even higher, it also comes in spicy buffalo. Try new 5-cheese and spicy buffalo mac and cheese. Only at Domino's.
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? With Ubrelvy, there's another option. Ubrelvy works fast. Most have migraine pain relief within 2 hours. You can treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Don't take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
When you want bedtime to be a good time,
Good night, sweetheart.
it matters where you stay. Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Hilton for the stay.
You like watching TV shows and movies? Don't watch on that. You want a Quest. Look at that. It's a movie theater in your living room. What? And you want to go to the gym. Then you remember gyms. Bring the gym to you.
Let's do this.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa! And do you want to play the hero or be the hero?
Wait, I could be Batman?
Yup. Bang! Time to become the knight. Okay, y'all. Yeah. You got this.
Building that middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. Compare that to Trump. He fights for himself and his billionaire friends. He intends to enact a national sales tax, the Trump tax, that would raise prices on middle-class families by $4,000 a year. Instead of a tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Every Thursday, Manny Diaz spends 10 minutes with his team. They have something called Dragon Tales. They talk about the narratives from the outside that seep in. The narrative he told his team this week was that Duke has never beat Florida State. They have the lead, up by 7, 2 minutes away from a first in 112 years of Duke football. Third down and 13 for Brock Glenn and Florida State. Glenn steps up. Glenn on the move. Got away from Bergeron to the edge. And Glenn goes out of bounds past the 45, and you're absolutely in a 4-down situation for Mike Norvell.
Yeah, you have to go for it here no matter what. That was a nice job, a little wrinkle there from Duke defensively. They showed 5 men near the line of scrimmage. They only rushed 3, and they had what they wanted. They had a spy on the quarterback. But the ability of Brock Glenn to get out of the pocket and make something happen and make this a 4th and 4 rather than a 4th and 14.
Florida State has converted its only 4th down so far tonight.
I would anticipate Duke bringing pressure here on 4th and 4.
Glenn fires, and it's caught by Ja'Kai Douglas for a first down to the 39.
It was a delayed blitz, and the delayed blitz didn't get there. The angle, poor angle by the linebacker, and Nicholas, who's in coverage, watch 45. He's in the middle of your screen. He's looking at the quarterback. He has to vacate his zone because Brock Glenn's on the run.
Coming up on 90 seconds to go. Still 2 timeouts to work with, and plenty of time for Brock Glenn and the Noles. 4-man rush.
Wow. What a move. What a move.
Can't get away. VJ Anthony creates it. Wesley Williams finishes it.
I apologize, Mike. I'm sorry. But when you see a guy get off the rock like that, you're saying, whoa, it's only a matter of time. Number 7 on the left side of your screen, an unbelievable move by VJ Anthony Jr. Gets up the field, doesn't get the sack, but he helps out the other guys, and Wesley Williams
This will be a
finishes them off.
30-second timeout.
A 6th sack from Duke's defense. Mike Norvell takes his 2nd timeout with $1:18 to go, backed up.
That's a big tackle for loss, though. That's a 9-yard loss, Mike.
And now Darius Washington, the 6th-year senior left tackle, who last year was first-team All-ACC, in a ton of pain, headed off. Again, this is a Florida State offensive line that's had moving parts galore all season. 7th game tonight, 6 different starting offensive line groups. And now your right tackle just got beat by Anthony's move.
Right.
Your left tackle goes out injured, and you got to throw here down by 7 with $1:18 left.
So if I'm Brock Glenn, the quarterback, what am I thinking right now in my head, right? We're talking about picturing the play. Anticipate blitz from Duke and know where the pass rushers are. Anthony's on that right side. If it's not there right away, try to move with your legs.
And Byers knows what stands opposite him in VJ Anthony.
He knows.
False start. Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Just got beat and was staring down another pass rush from VJ Anthony, who celebrates like that.
I mean, those don't go down as sacks, but that could have been a sack because that's basically from his anticipation of the snap count, forcing Byers to jump.
By the way, Rob Scott has come in at left tackle, very experienced 5th-year senior. Byers almost jumped early again. Glenn steps up, and he darts it low and incomplete for his tight end, Amari Williams. Now it's 3rd down and long.
So what I would tell the quarterback here, Brock Glenn, on 3rd and 24, we're probably not going to get 24 yards on 3rd down. So let's try to at least cut this 3rd down in half, okay? Let's try to get 12 or 14 yards within that range. You can't get it all here, but try to get some positive yards to give us a better opportunity on 4th down.
Glenn. A flag down. Glenn on the move. Maintained his footing. And Glenn is picked off by Josh Pickett.
And they're going to keep this football. That's a hold on the left tackle who just entered the game. Robert Scott. He goes in the game for Washington. He brings down 97 Wesley Williams. And then late in the down, I get it, Brock Glenn, you're trying to make a play, but just throw that football away and at least give yourself an opportunity on 4th. And now turnover with the interception.
Would be the 5th Florida State turnover of the game. As you said, just trying to create anything.
Anything.
And let's make sure Pickett made the catch inbounds as well.
Now, it looks to me he's inbounds, but where's that left foot?
Right knee comes down, I think, before the left foot's out of bounds. Has the catch, right knee down before the left foot touches out of bounds. Is that how you see it?
Well, I'm looking at the left foot prior to the interception. Does he establish himself in bounds first?
Interesting.
I'm looking at the prior to the interception. If the left foot steps out first, does the right foot go back in bounds and establish himself? And I think that's why.
Yeah, we got two hats off from the officials.
Yeah, they're not showing off their haircuts. They're just letting us know that there's a player out of bounds.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Holding offense number 52. 10-yard penalty. It'll be third down.
I think that's why we called the incomplete pass.
Yeah, no explanation of it, but.
So I'm going to watch the left foot. Is it out of bounds? Are they calling that out of bounds first?
The ruling on the field with incomplete pass is under further review.
I don't know if that, certainly from a view like that, hard to know definitively. And then we'll also have to evaluate the process of the catch as well as he goes to the ground. I'm sure that's your favorite part of the program.
You know it, Mike.
So let's try this angle. Again, the veteran corner, Josh Pickett, trying to jump in front here on Malik Benson.
Yeah, I don't see a look right now that tells me the left foot is out of bounds. That's the one I'm looking at first. See when does that left foot, is it out of bounds or in bounds? But regardless, if this is a catch, that right knee does go down first, so that would be an interception. But now we got to go through, like you mentioned, the process of the catch. But see that left foot right there? I'm looking at that left foot. Are they determining, is that left foot inbounds or not? I don't know if I got a definitive look, whether it's inbounds or out of bounds or along that white.
And again, to the casual fan, he can't step out of bounds of his own volition and then come and be the first one to touch it inbounds for the casual fan out there watching.
Right, has to establish himself back in bounds.
I don't know if we saw anything conclusively that said he was out of bounds.
No.
And then from the views we've seen, it looks like he completes the catch.
Absolutely. And I think that's what they're going back to here and taking a look. Now the call on the field was incomplete, so they have to have indisputable video evidence to overturn the call on the field of an incomplete pass.
And again, the letter of the law on a catch is this: when going to the ground, the player must maintain complete and continuous control of the ball throughout the process of contacting the ground, which from these angles, we don't see anything that disagrees with that.
No.
But to your point, the call on the field is incomplete. And so is there indisputable video evidence to overturn?
Yeah, I don't know if I see that, but here comes the call.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. The correction will be the holding penalty will be declined. It'll be fourth down.
I think that's the most likely outcome. I think it's also surprising that it was called an incompletion, though, after much discussion.
Yeah, that incompletion, I thought that he intercepted the pass. Now look, had they ruled interception on that play, it would have been hard to overturn that as well if they would have went to review and said possibly incomplete. But they declined the penalty on the incomplete pass, so now they lose that down, and it's still 4th and 24. So Brock Glenn, actually no harm in that one because of the incomplete pass.
Barely. 4th and 24, and Florida State needs some kind of miracle. Brock Glenn against a three-man rush. Flips it to Toafili. And he's got nowhere to go. VJ Anthony finishes it off for Duke. Kevin O'Connor was in pursuit as well, and it's a turnover on downs. How about a man possessed in VJ Anthony down the stretch in the 4th?
Well, I think it was just the defensive line all week long, hearing about all the NFL players on that defensive line of Florida State. They were great, though. That Florida State defensive front was great all night. But I will tell you this, these Duke defensive linemen and edge rushers, Anthony, Hall, Charles, Wesley Wood, they've stood up throughout this game and in those big moments, especially DJ Anthony Jr.
Florida State tried 2 quarterbacks. They didn't have answers offensively. And Duke with 187 yards of total offense, is going to take down Florida State for the first time in
Florida
program
State,
history.
Third and final. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
And how about Manny Diaz in year 1? Mike Elko went to College Station. Riley Leonard went to South Bend. Other transfers left as well. Manny Diaz shows up and gets another crack at being a head coach with the way things ended at Miami, where he had some success, but they very publicly courted someone else. He's here, getting another chance, and he's about to be 6-1 in Durham.
Mike, it's not Halloween yet, and the Duke Blue Devils are already bowl eligible. That's where this program is. They're past just being bowl eligible. They feel like they can be real contenders in this ACC. They've got some things to work on offensively for sure, but the way that defense played tonight shows a lot of promise for the rest of the season.
And meantime, for Florida State, they've scored fewer than 20 points for a 6th time this year. The last time they did it 6 times in a season was 1981. They just can't score enough right now. And Duke gets its first ever win against Florida State. 23-16 the final at Wallace Wade Stadium.
Unbelievable. A nice job there. Manny Diaz's group, they tried to downplay it. They realized they had never beaten Florida State in their school's history. That was on their minds. They did a good job of trying to downplay it, but this is a big victory for the Blue Devils.
Jonathan Packey, the defensive coordinator, said to us yesterday, afterwards, he said, when we get this victory, it'll be a game changer. He said it'll be a program-changing win, having never beaten Florida State before. He said there might be some cigars afterward, like there were 3 weeks ago here when Duke beat North Carolina for the first time since 2018. Duke gets the win against Florida State here at home.
That was fun, partner.
Sure was, Kirk. For Kirk Morrison, Don Davenport.